Y'all, for this recipe and for most recipes, if it calls for nuts, you want to toast them. Walnuts or pecans is what we're using, but it brings out their flavor. And I am the world's worst at putting mine to toasting and running around and starting to get my other stuff together and coming back and my nuts are burned and I have to start all over. So I'm gonna do this with y'all right now. And I'm not leaving the stove because I'm terrible about that. These are too expensive, right? I know, to burn. So did y'all see I turned my fire on first? And I'm getting my pan good and hot like that. And I'm gonna need 2 cups. I'm gonna put 1 cup in the filling of our king cake and then 1 on the outside of our praline king cake. Yum! So I'm gonna go on and toast all of them right now. Get my 2 cups out and put it in my hot pan. Just like that. There we go. And I love to keep my pecans or walnuts or any nut inside my refrigerated. And literally I've had these for several months and they stay just fresh. And if you're not going to use them often, I tend to use mine kind of often. If you're not, you can actually put these in your freezer. I would probably put it in a freezer bag as well. And they'll keep forever and a day, okay? So do that. You don't let me get to talking too much. And I'm going to stir on these. And honestly, I'm going to put these in the refrigerator when my nuts are toasted. Right? I almost got myself away from here, didn't I? Anyway, what you're looking for to know when these are done and good is the smell. You will smell them. They smell really nice. And that toasted nutty flavor smell. Flavor smell, sort of the same thing, isn't it? And mine are getting there. It doesn't take long at all. And I know I probably could have done 1 cup in this pan, but it's okay. It's going to be okay. The recipe didn't actually call for the ones inside the king cake to be toasted. It looks good. But I'm going to go on and toast those as well because it's just going to add a nice little flavor. Brings out an even better, nuttier flavor, huh? That's what we want. Y'all see I've just got a dry wooden spoon in my dry pan. That's all you need. So you don't need anything. You can do these in your oven, just we don't have the oven heated up yet. And so I'm going to do it right here. I'm starting to smell them really good. They're smelling very toasty. And they're done. Spring's almost here, y'all. See, y'all hang in there. Y'all get a little down in the dumps during the winter. I do too. And Johnny's always picked me these little daffodils. And it's just a little promise that it's almost here. He's done this since we were married in 1995. Every single year, he's never missed. And these are much more special to me than any kind of amount of money he would spend in the stores on me. So I love this, and I want to share these with y'all again this year. I'm going to put them right back here. With my Mardi Gras, trying to stick us some little festive colors in on this video, just to perk us up. I don't know if y'all can see outside, but it's raining and cold. I got up early this morning to let my puppy dogs out, and there was ice all on the trees, and I just said, when they came back in, I was like, let's get back in the bed. I didn't even open my eyes good. But anyway, we're up, and I refuse to go work in the office, so I want to make a king cake with y'all. Last year, I made one totally from scratch, and I made it traditional flavoring with the cream cheese and cinnamon and the homemade pastry dough. So this year, I want to show you more, honestly, how I normally do it, because we don't always have time for all that yeast rising dough. I store buy this dough. It's frozen white, ready dough. Can y'all see it? And it comes in 3 1-pound loaves, and I got 2 packages because all I need is 2 1-pound loaves totally. And if you can't find this, you'll find some sort of frozen dough, or some people have delis that will sell you like pizza, frozen pizza dough. Get you 2 1-pound pieces, or just 2 pounds and split it in one. So whatever you can find, but this dough is frozen, and so you let this thaw all night long in the refrigerator. So mine's soft, I can feel it. It's still real cold though. I just took it out because it needs to warm up just a little bit to room temp. And while this is warming just a bit, we are gonna make our filling. And y'all heard me, I said pralines and cream filling. So you can only imagine how good this one is, right? It takes two of our treats, a king cake and pralines, and puts it in one. So I'm excited to do this one with you. And in the description box, I will link the video to the one we made last year together also, so you won't have to scroll and try to find it. You can just see it right there in the description box on YouTube. And of course, I'm going to put the recipe on YouTube. So if you're watching me on Facebook and you want that recipe, just go to YouTube and look in the description box right on your little phone, just like you do with Facebook, and you will be able to find that recipe and the recipe for our other king cake we made together last year. All right, guys, I have 1 8-ounce block of softened cream cheese. This has been out all morning softened, and I'm going to cream it first, and then we'll add the rest to our filling, okay? Okay, girl, did you say okay back? One of you said, Amy, I always say okay back, and I love that. Then I don't feel so bad about saying okay. And to this, we are going to add 1 egg, 1 large egg, and it needs to be room temp. Mine's still a little cool, but it's going to be okay. This is a store-bought egg. I told y'all how we had 2 hunting dogs dropped off on us, and so my girls, I had to keep them in the coop. Even though they have a little yard, they're not used to staying in the coop. So they got a little fussy, and they hadn't been laying quite as often, so now I'm having to buy a few eggs. And yesterday, our 2 hunting dogs totally came up missing, and we've had them for about a month and a half now. John said the hunter came back after we fattened them up and took them back. I don't know. It's weird. That's weird, isn't it? I know. I think so too. So I might get to let my girls out. That was 1 egg, room temp, and then I have 1/3 cup of dark brown sugar. And get you the dark brown so you get lots of molasses, praline flavor, okay? So do not substitute light brown. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We need 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. Right here I've got it. Just some AP flour, just like that. Put that so I'll knock that off. And then I need to that a pinch of salt. Let me not forget my pinch of salt. And a pinch of salt measures out to be about 1/4 teaspoon, okay? So, just in case you're wondering, what is a pinch, Amy? And here is 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And I always do generous. Y'all see mine spills over, but I could just drink vanilla, I do believe. All right, guys, and I need to cream this up and do it on medium speed. You don't want to like whip this really big, okay? Not big time. $9.99 mixer I got at Walmart, it doesn't go up but to about medium speed anyway. I just didn't want to break out my big old stand mixer. This one's so easy. I just plop those off in the dishwater and move on. I need a spatula, and I'm going to scrape my sides down and get it nice and smooth for us, and we'll get started shaping our little bread dough. Yes. I thought I was going to make a new king cake every year for y'all, and before you know it, and I'll keep linking them in the description box on YouTube, and before you know it, in about 10 years you can sit and watch 10 king cake videos, right? And yes, I've got that many. There's savory ones with crawfish in it, shrimp, oh my goodness, chocolate ones, raspberry ones, right? I know. Agree. Yes, I do. All right, let me spin my little beaters off in there. There we go. All right, guys, I'm going to grab a spoon right here beside y'all, guys, because we have got to taste this. Definitely got to taste this. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, guys. I'm going to get this cleared off, and I'm going to get my countertop clean and we're gonna get that dough out, and I'll be right back. Guys, what I love to do and clean with in my kitchen, because it's edible itself, is white distilled vinegar, okay? Because then you don't have to worry about getting something in your food that you're not supposed to. And it kills germs just as good as some of them store-bought things, except it's not bad for us, right? So why not? I learned this back when my husband worked at the chicken plant. They were going through what kind of cleaning agents they would use, and in their lab, the white distilled vinegar worked just as good as some of those really expensive store-bought chemicals. So I love it. You can put it on here, let it sit about 10 minutes, and then wipe it all dry, and it doesn't leave any vinegary taste in your food, and it doesn't leave anything bad for your food either. Guys, I got a little bit of flour, and we got our clean countertop. And we're going to start with this ready dough. It's wonderful. So thankful people are willing to get dough ready for us. Aren't y'all? If I can get this dough out of here, we put a little bit of flour on our surface, just like that. Matter of fact, I'm going to go on and get both of them out. Matter of fact. My mom will be like, Amy, where did you get that from? Matter of fact. Okay. Here goes one. Put him out there. Kind of flour him just a little bit like that. And two. Same thing. Don't flour it just a little bit. I'm going to cover him back up. Slide him in the refrigerator so we can use him later. Huh? Yes. Slide away. Alright guys, I am back. I need to flour my rolling pin, and does not smell like vinegar. It dried and it's clean and doesn't smell like vinegar. That's fantastic. Okay, these need to end up being about 24 inches long for us to fill, and about 8 inches wide. So, let me get started on that. I'm just going in one direction right now. And dough is so funny. It stretches back. So you gotta coax it again. It's like you gotta keep trying to convince it. Coach it. You can do it. Let's stay out. And y'all, I have this cute little old measure that More Farms sent me, and that's the sweetest little things. And I just want you to know, girl, I use it a lot. It needs to be 8 inches wide, so I'm kind of getting an idea right now how wide. It needs to be 24 inches long. So I want to get an idea of that as well. There we go. Let you know about how long and about how wide, so that will work. And just keep checking your dough and make sure it's not sticking anywhere, okay? Just like that. Now that I've been working on the length, now I need to work on that 8 inches wide. It needs to be a rectangle. They're 24 inches long and they're 8-ish wide. Sometimes you'll get a little aggravated. If the dough doesn't want to behave, go away and leave it for about 5 minutes and let it rest. And then a lot of times, it'll stretch and stay out for you. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy how kneady dough is? I know. I'm making horrible puns. I know it. We better move along before I make another bad one, huh? Okay, y'all. We've got our 2 rectangles. So we're going to take our Pralines and cream cheese filling, and we're going to split it between the 2. Or we're going to attempt to. Just going to do dollops. And you're going to try to leave yourself about a 1-inch border, okay? So just remember that so you can pinch these seams together, and we'll have 2 rolls. 2 jelly rolls, I guess, if you will. It's kind of like what you're doing. Lengthways, though. Yum! I could just eat this filling. I know. That's why I have to work out all the time. Right, I know. Okay, y'all. So then you need an offset spatula. It's real good for this. My offset spatula is in the canning kitchen. I know, I need 2 of everything, don't I? I know it. So, and I'm not running out in the rain in that canning kitchen. In the freezing rain, I'm not doing it. So we're just gonna spread it with a regular spatula. Keep your border, okay? I'm talking to myself, yes I am. I'm gonna get y'all down here and let y'all see the cooking action really well, okay? I know y'all want to see what's going on. There we go. Now, y'all see how I've got pretty much a border. And this filling gonna be good. Tastes like a praline, I know. Doesn't get any better than that, does it? No. Okay, guys. There we have it. And no, I do not want to waste any of that. No, I do not. No, sir. Okay, to this, y'all know we got to put some of those toasted pecans. If you don't like pecans, you can use another. You could use walnuts. And if you don't like nuts, well, you could omit it. But, you know, this is a praline, so pralines are pecans. So we're going to do half and half. This is that cup of pecans. I don't know that I'll use all of them inside. I'm going to save 1 cup for the outside. I toasted 2 cups, but I might just end up using 1 cup altogether. I think I will. No, I won't, because it is pralines after all. We gotta have those pecans. So just spread them fairly well, just like that. Don't y'all love how I just change my mind as I'm going along, right? That's what's good about cooking. You can afford to do that a little bit. Okay, the lengthways, guys, is what I'm wanting to start doing now. We're gonna start rolling this. So you just kind of coax it up there at first, all along, just kind of gentle like that. Of course, he doesn't want to roll real easy because he's full. So we're just going to help him along back and forth, just like this. Oh, he's going to taste so good. There we go. Now that I'm here, I just want to kind of pinch this little seam together. That's why we left that border. Just like that. Go all the way down. And then I roll that seam on the bottom. Just like that. Kind of straighten this out. Boom, isn't it pretty? Let's do it again on this side, guys. We're going to start coaxing. Get up. Get up. There we go. And try your best to leave your ends just as thick as your middle part, okay? So, and I know that it doesn't stay exactly, but just try. And that way it's not going to look real lacking down there on the ends, all right? Okay, again, let's pinch our seam together. I like to just roll him under. Sometimes your seam don't stay totally together. He just unrolled. So I got me a little bowl of water. I just kind of do that and help kind of glue it together like that. I'll just use my finger. Oh my, is Daddy driving up? Daddy driving up? Y'all need outside because Daddy driving up? Y'all see how I'm kind of just gluing it with a little bit of water and pinching that thing together? Let me let my puppy dogs out so we can talk, guys. Y'all come on. Y'all go see Daddy. Go see. Go. All right, now our next thing is to make that king cake. Let me roll this under. We gotta roll that seam under like that. That was Daddy. I hear John coming in. All right, y'all. Let me back y'all up just a little bit so y'all can see all the ends here. I don't want y'all to miss. We're gonna get these right beside one another, just like that. And we're going to start down here. We'll just kind of pinch those ends together, just like that. Last year I did it with 3 runs, and so we braided. This time we're just gonna twist, okay? So So we'll just be real gentle like and just start twisting like that. Kind of pull him out there. And we're going to twist him over. So you just be gentle. I'm going to twist that a little more on the end there. Alright, pull you back here and twist. Pull you back and twist. Just remember your stuff's full, so just kind of be gentle with it, just like that. You can take your time. And it doesn't have to be beautiful. King cakes are not beautiful, but they're beautifully decorated, right? And that's what makes them so wonderful. They're imperfections. All right, we got down here. We're going to pinch that together too. So now we've got a nice twisted roll. And I'm going to, let me back y'all up. I want to see y'all's faces again. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Let me back y'all up some there. All right, guys. I've got me a big pan with some parchment paper on it for no stickiness. Yes. And we've got to get this transferred over here. So we're just going to kind of, can y'all see what I'm doing? Y'all see I kind of put him in a circle? Because you got to go fast. Don't go, oh no, he's falling apart. You got to pick him up and plop him, okay? So you got to be committed once you do it. Commit. Boom. Just like that, okay? Because you'll start feeling him. He wants to start falling apart. So just seriously, be committed. All right, guys. Now we got him on here. And we're committed. And I'm going to twist him a little more now that I got him on here. And you can twist him. You can do him in an oval shape or you can do him in a round. And I think I'm going to go more for the round. Okay, y'all. It has been rising. Mine rose for 1 hour, okay? Just depends on how warm your room is, to be honest about it. See how it's pretty and like doubled in size? I love it. And where we pinched it together and kind of pushed it together, you can't even really tell anymore, can you? I know. I did not go down that candy kitchen, so y'all forgive me. I don't have baby Jesus to put in this king cake. But we know who's king, right? We don't have to have that in there. We know who's king. King of all kings. I've got me an egg wash, which is 1 egg with 1 tablespoon of water. And I whisk it around with a fork, and now I've got me a brush. And we're going to put this on here, and that's going to give it a beautiful, beautiful golden sheen. Like goes on our king cakes and lots of our pastries. Yes. Beautiful. If you don't have an egg, you could use something like cream, heavy cream, or milk if that's all you have. But lots of us have us an egg, huh? So one thing they hadn't figured out how to just charge us an arm and a leg for is an egg. I'm being kind of careful with it, as y'all see. You don't want to squish on it because he's risen for us. He's risen just like King Jesus, hadn't he? And we don't want to squish that down. We want to slide that in the oven. The oven is preheated. While he was rising, I let it preheat to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'm going to put it in there for about 40-45 minutes. See it. I want y'all to see it up close. I know. Look. See what that egg wash did? It gave it a beautiful sheen. Oh my goodness. Y'all see how big it is? This is a huge one. And it smells wonderful. I'm going to let it cool for about 10 minutes on that parchment paper. Then I'm going to slide it all off. And y'all see I have a cooling right down there that I'm going to put it on and let it completely cool. And when it's completely cool, I'll get back on here with y'all and we'll make some wonderful, wonderful icing for it. So I will see y'all then. Okay, y'all, I've got a medium saucepan. I'm going to turn my fire on about medium low. And I am going to first get 1 stick of butter melting in here. I'm using unsalted. If you had to use salted, I don't guess it'd be the end of the world. You just wouldn't put any more salt in it, right? So let's get that melted, and we're going to add some more ingredients. It's going to be wonderful, like pralines. To our melted butter, I am going to add 1 cup of dark brown sugar. Dark brown, yes. And I'm also going to add 1/4 cup of, you can use milk. I'm using evaporated milk, this Pet brand. I love that deep condensed flavor of that, but if you don't have that, you can use milk, be just fine. We're going to do 1/2 teaspoon of salt, which is a nice hefty pinch. And I am going to bring this to a boil. We're actually making a caramel, which is what a praline is. And it is one of my favorite things. Probably because of the brown sugar, huh? Going to bring this to a boil, and I'm going to let it boil for about 1 to 2 minutes. It just came to a boil. Doesn't that look good? And I'm going to stir on it like this for about 1 or 2 minutes. I'm going to go 2. To this, I want to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and you want to do a pure and a good brand of a vanilla extract. Woo. I gave it a mat on, didn't it? And I've got 1 cup of confectioner sugar or powdered sugar, and I'm just going to slowly incorporate, slowly dump, incorporate that. Slowly dump, huh? That looked real slowly, didn't it? Now I'm just going to stir this around until it's nice and smooth. Ah, it smells just like a candy shop down in New Orleans. When you walk in them and that's all you can smell, this is just what that smells like. Oh my. I wish so badly y'all could smell it. Smell-o-vision. See just a few lumps left from that powdered sugar. That's what I'm up to, is whisking it. Okay guys, while this is nice and hot, because it hardens, it's caramel icing, we're going to get it on here. But if you don't get it on here in time and it gets hard for you, seriously, you can just put it back on the stove on real low and heat it, and it will loosen back up for you, okay? So don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. Y'all ready? Ooh. What are you talking about? Yes. Right. One more time, close up. Yum! Oh my, y'all see how quickly it's starting to harden? We're going to get it all. Yes, we are. Yum! Oh my gracious. Let's ice it down. Ice it down. Yum. That cool king cake has got it hardening right up. How beautiful. How beautiful is that? Very, I know it. Okay guys, while it is still warm, still a bit warm, we've got to work quickly. We've got our toasted pecans. I did not forget them. No, I did not. No, I did not. I just left this while I'm decorating right on this rack so it'll catch any fall off. And what I'm doing is putting a few pecans in and just kind of press them in. And I've thought about it too. You could probably put it in the praline caramel icing. You probably could do that as well. I don't know. I think I'll try it that way next time and maybe just put a few on top. But I love it. And because it is Mardi Gras season, what did I do with my edible accents? This is some little Wilton's edible accents. And it's some little sparkly gold stars. And I thought, why not? I've got some gold dust stars down in, no, just gold dust down in the canning kitchen. But it's so nasty, I'm not going down in there. And I'm going to sprinkle this about just to make it a little extra special. It is a King Jesus cake after all. Right? Now that is beautiful. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I just get so excited. Y'all want me to come show y'all up close? Oh. We need to get John in here and taste this, don't we? He said that's all he needs to hear. Here you go, buddy. Here's some more of that caramel icing. It's good.
Oh, and it's good and warm still.
Yeah, it is good and warm. See, y'all, it's already starting to harden.
All those little pieces. Oh.
Right?
Man, that's good.
Tastes like praline down in New Orleans, doesn't it, baby?
Yes.
Our king cake has been at its portrait session, hasn't it, baby?
Yeah.
Here, will you put the backdrop back over there?
I will.
You can just put it right there, darling. Cheers, baby.
Cheers.
We're going to taste a piece of this king cake. Didn't it turn out beautiful, guys? I don't know. Let me put that down there. Here's a piece we put into. See all the layers? Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, baby.
I'm all about the tasting.
Y'all about the tasting? Dig in, darling. I'm going to get a taste over here that's got a bunch of the stuff. You need to get a taste that's got a bunch of the stuff, the inside stuff,
I'm
baby.
gonna get some stuff too.
You gotta get some stuff, baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get you some stuff. That does good and chewy, you know.
Oh yeah.
I want to show y'all what this icing did. Hardened up like caramel icing. The only thing I would do different is put my toasted pecans in my icing and then just do a few on the outside. Like really make pralines pour on top.
Summer don't hurry up to get here. I'm gonna be 1,000 pounds.
You're gonna be 1,000 pounds, baby.
I am.
Ooh. One more bite.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want the whole piece, but I ain't going to.
You're not going to tell piece, baby?
Yeah.
Why? Because we about to eat ice cream?
Right.
Yeah, I told on this, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. See y'all later.